Okay, hi, this is Elliot Fishman, and I'm live, and I don't know where you are, but it's 3:11 in Baltimore, I think, but it's really where I am, 12:11 or 12:12. Of course, I'm in Santa Monica, California, on vacation with family, and I hope everybody is doing well, but I thought I would do my weekly from the Fairmont Hotel, that's not a plug, in my room. Looks like a beach there. If I look the other way, you would be able to see the beach. And I did see a sea lion on the beach and a seal. It was not like they were dead or something. They just came up, hung out, and went back into the ocean. Pretty cool, particularly if you're a 6 or 4-year-old wanting to look at that. Anyway, this is the end of the year. It's June 22nd. Actually, the real end of the year would be next week, but 29th of June. But nevertheless, let's do it this week. And I chose a topic which is a pretty simple one, but one that probably has been repeated at your institution maybe several times for residents, for fellows, for faculty. It's that transition time at the end of the year. And I was at the fellow thing, and Atif Zahir gave me the microphone, and I had not really planned anything. So I just spoke, and what I said was to the fellows, and these were our fellows who spent a year with us. A couple of those fellows are staying with us. Majority are going back to different jobs, some in academics, some in private practice. I think they'll all do well. And I did tell them that I guess since I had to be up there, I needed to give them some advice without being too smart or not as smart as I could be. And I just told them that the good news is they've gone into radiology. They're about to start a new job within a few weeks. And radiology is strong and getting stronger. I think the future of radiology is very good. Now, I did mention about AI. And, you know, AI is our future. The truth is the future of almost every business in some form or another. So that part is not a great surprise. What I told them was, whatever group you're joining, academics or private practice, you gotta be paying attention to things outside of just reading the films. All of us are very busy. We're all working hard in academics or private practice. And at times you begin to think that the only thing you're doing is reading films, and you're worried only about today and not about tomorrow. And my advice is worry about tomorrow as well. Not in the sense of worrying, oh, I'm worried, but think about tomorrow. We know AI is coming. It's going to help schedule patients. It's going to choose the right scan parameters. It's going to make the scanning more efficient, decrease dose. It's also going to lead to us being more efficient. On a CT scan or chest x-ray, it'll measure the cardiac silhouette, probably quantify calcification on a CT, even with contrast at some point. It'll be able to compare or help us compare a set of nodes on scan A versus scan B. A lot of the things that you can train someone else to do, it's going to do. I don't think that really is a matter of doubt. You can argue, and I made the point, you can argue, is it 10 years, 5 years, or 3 years? My answer is yes. It's there now on a lot of things, and it's getting better, and it's going to be there a lot faster than some people who are saying, well, we need to wait. Now, I agree with CT scanning, for example. The first CT scans were available 73, 74, places like Mayo Clinic, Cleveland Clinic, Mallinckrodt were at the top of their game getting it early. Other places didn't get it so early. They thought, well, you know, CT is not really going to catch on. Now, when I joined Hopkins in 1980, yikes, a long time ago, we had a AS&E 0500, which was a top-of-the-line scanner, which a single breath hold was only 10 seconds. Amazing. It used to be 60. It would take about a minute to reconstruct the scan, and you did about 35 slices a day, 35 slices a patient. We had to scan it from 7:30 to 1 or 1:30, so we did about 11 patients. So you looked at somewhere around 400 slices, and obviously we always joke, but the first patient we scanned this morning by 7:31, you had 4 times as many slices or 6 times as many, depending how you did your protocol. So we recognize that the earliest scanners are not as good as the scanners are today. 1980, you could have said, look, I'm not buying a scanner until it meets the following criteria. It needs to reconstruct in real time, it needs some millimeter, I need to be able to do this, that, and the other. And that would be a good idea. That's a really good idea. And in 1995, you could have bought that scanner, but for 15 years, you would have been doing pneumoencephalograms. God knows what you were doing to your patients. They would have all gone somewhere else. So I don't think you can wait for perfection. Perfection is the enemy of excellence. You need to get in, get wet, start paddling a bit, and then you're going to be this superstar swimmer. So to me, the end result is getting involved early, paying attention. And whether you feel there's mammography, or you feel there's body CT, or you feel there's cardiovascular, or you're interested in pulmonary embolism, or brain bleeds, there's a million different apps, over 500 approved by the FDA. Most of them aren't products, and some of the products really will not last well, but there are companies, and I won't mention companies by name, it's the usual companies, plus some new startups that really focus on AI. So at the end of the day, the time is now. Are you going to buy the right company's product? Maybe the one for PE is great today, but in 5 years, someone else will be better. But you would have had 5 years of excellent patient care. To say that we're not buying anything until it meets the following 27 criteria is probably not very smart. I wouldn't buy something that doesn't work or works poorly, but there are articles in radiology published on mammography. There are articles published on pulmonary emboli of 50,000 patients, not 2,000 or 50 cases. I mean, significant patients with variable quality studies, and the articles have shown that actually on the less than perfect quality studies, that the computer is actually better than the radiologist. If a study is good, everyone does well. But it's amazing that on the bad studies, the computer does better. You speak to people at sister institutions, speak with them, see what they're doing. And you're going to find out that people are no longer waiting. They're doing. And so my advice for people was, when you get to your group, get involved. Maybe your group is ahead and they're doing great stuff, then learn what they're doing and get involved. Maybe they're not. So volunteer and say, hey, I know we're all thinking about this. Can I help? Can I be involved? I think that'll be a great opportunity for you to show your value to your new group. Get involved. Whether for us, we can look back, whether it was 3D imaging, whether it was cinematic rendering, whether it was volume rendering, whether it was AI, we've always pushed and tried to be at the front. There's no reward being at the back end. And are you going to always be right? The answer is no. And being wrong sometimes teaches you a whole lot more than being right. So at the end of the year, I want to tell you that as you begin the new year, there's never been a better time to think ahead, think what you'd like to do. I mentioned I was in Santa Monica, and I also went to Universal Studios. Over 100 years of movies and things, and I'm not good on rides, I just want to let you know, but I chickened out on the Jurassic Park. I did the Mario with my eyes closed, this Mario Land or whatever it is, very super cool looking, and it's Bowser's Race or something. I don't even know who Bowser is, to be honest with you. I went to the Funko store in LA. The point is, there's always something new, and I think that's what makes things fun. So with that, those of you who are leaving, next time I speak to you, you may be in a new job, you may be on vacation, you may be in Santa Monica. I don't know. But I do wish everybody success. If you're staying where you are, continue doing great things, start doing great things. If you're going somewhere else, there's never been a better opportunity. So with that, I'll look at the people who are signing, and John Biacchino. Hey, John. What happened? Anyway, Be good, everybody. Have a great day.